What up, cappers, gamblers, punters, hustlers, low baggers? Happy Thursday afternoon to all of you. Man, we have a packed show. Flash will be here live in studio with his NFL picks coming off a 5-2 week himself. He's going to be here in 21 minutes. 15 minutes after that, we got DJ Big Boss giving us his NCAA football looks, and who knows where he's going to be coming from. I can't wait to have him on the show. Then we have Anna Merrick joining us live via Phoenix, Arizona. We're going to have Anna Merrick breaking down UFC Singapore. I believe it is Singapore where we'll be going. He also has a look on the Bellator fight. So we're going to have a lot of Anna Merrick's action with Flash beside me. And then we have a play of the day video from Mr. Fat Fist. We're rolling, and we've got to make moves. So I have 20 minutes on NBA and NHL. It's not enough time, so I'm going to have to start speaking quickly. TJ Park's in the house. Deerslayer Ski, Islanders night. I get it. I completely get why you are on the Islanders. I think this is a good look. In saying that, the Coyotes are a dangerous team that believes in themselves. I think you're getting a fine line on the Islanders, and I also like them in that sleepy Barclays Center. I don't know if I'm going to ride with you tonight, but I like the look. Lillian Pumpernickel in the house. We got Rob Elias ready to get to work. Let's get up the broomsticks. It's going to be a sweep in D.C. Shocking sweep in D.C. Anthony Mastronardi getting ready to get to work. Liking Deerslayer Ski on the Islanders. We got Take It Easy. Gio Mercedes, Tomarino, Tomor, Rye Cape. Not Flush Allen. Fat Fist in the house. Dav Fenn. Alex Ramirez, Paco Healy, Ron Lofton, Gerald Jones, Flip Money Reese. Trey Hicks says very windy down here in Houston. Oscar Valverde, Ramirez, Paco Healy, Ron Crawford, Dina Lombardo. Thank you so much, Dina. I'm so happy to be back with you guys. I love you guys. Not applicable. Ian Jackson, Austin Kowalski, Tomarino Tomor, Dale Robinson, Paco Healy. And that was Austin Kowalski. Ducks under 2.5 goals tonight. Thoughts? It's always going to be a good bet. It's always going to. I'm curious to hear what the juice is on that, but it's all, I mean, you know me, I do not trust this Ducks team, and especially away from the Honda Center. Ulysses Hayes, not applicable. Tackman Clan Killer 187 says Cousins' primetime record awful. They make people stay away from this game. You know, and enough people are on the Redskins to get me off the Vikings, but no way I'm going to touch the Redskins at all. Thank you. Take it easy in the house. Okay, Lillian Pumpernickel needs one confident pick to add to a parlay. I really like the under 6.5. In Chi-Town tonight. Chi-Town tonight. Big E in the house. Washington Dog. This from our guy Tackman says Washington Dog by 6.5. First time since 95. Lamont Williams, what's good, everybody? My max bet, Rangers NHL today. It's a very exciting bet. And I just think that we can't. So, an NBA starting out, and we don't have enough statistical information to make real sound angle-sized bets. And I'm making my first bet of the year in NBA today, but man, I need to see the Rockets play. I need to see the Bucks handle Westbrook and Harden. I need to see the pace there. I need to see what the Pistons are like on the second half, because I can understand that the Hawks are going to try to run them rampant. But man, Drummond is a monster. And when there's no Blake on the floor, Drummond does whatever he wants. And he gets the ball. He's the look. And man, Kennard with the 30 points. And then now you got D Rose on the second, with that second unit. D Rose is perfect Detroit City basketball. Tough guard. All right, let's get to work here. Let's get to work right now. Eric Swell's in the house. All right, let's get to work. Ulysses says, I'm a Rangers fan. Fade them tonight. Reese says Pistons win. Tackman says SMU going over for 8 straight. Is Houston going to put up enough points? Probably. Okay, well, let's start with. Now we will get DJ Big Boss's take on the college game today. Riku Roxas says Pistons surprised me without Blake. Tri Sawyer has Vikings minus 14, Rockets minus 1.5 in the over in that game. Great job getting him at 14. Okay, so let's go through basketball real quick. We have Hawks Pistons. We have a very interesting spot where the favorites are all a point to 1.5. Very lukewarm favorites here. And who's the most appealing of them all? You know, it's tough to say. In fact, I'd say none of them. My only look is the under, and sadly, I got 226. 226, ridiculously bad total. You could get 227 right now. Is there a 227.5 on the board? Yes, there is at Heritage. people thinking that the Warriors are going to run, and yeah, sure they can from the 1 and the 2, but their 5 is just good. They have injury issues in their front court. It has to slow the game down. It has to. It has to. And the Clippers aren't going to want to get in their shooting competition with D'Angelo and Steph. I mean, it's a pretty simple spot to me. Ski Prophet says, I agree, Jimmy. I want more stats, but I low-key like a lot today. Well, Ski, you're a pro, and you can make moves. But you were in my head today, too, because even when Ski would focus on the last 5 games for pace for each team instead of the season long, which I think is really a sharp thing to do, I mean, we can't even do that at this point in the season. So we got to stay very patient. Ron Crawford says you take Golden State Warriors. So my only look is the under 226 at -110. Chad Costanza says Clippers really good on defense. I just don't see how the Warriors are going to be able to put up buckets for 48 minutes. I just don't see how they're able to. They have to wait for their bigs. They have to. They have to. They have a beat up front court. It's going to take time. There's Guru Sports Bets in the house. Moses Saucedo ready to get to work. So simply put, yes, I would take the Rockets here, but I'm not going to. Bucks are a dangerous squad, and I want to watch this game. Watch and learn. I think the Pistons can take care of business here, but back-to-back early in the year, something you want to fade. Hawks have made us so much money over the last 2 years. I'm going to stay off there. AM is on the LA Galaxy money line at +500. Our guy AM, LA Galaxy money line. There's Keith Sadler in the house. Charles Lamb says after this week, Detroit's schedule only gets easier. Pistons, I think the Pistons are going to be a fun bet on team this year. I think they're big and tough and scary with scoring. And TJ Park says, I hate basketball with a passion. And Buck Nasty in the house. Cheers to my guy, Buck Nasty. Buck Nasty came down to Costa Rica and partied with me, man. Buck Nasty's the shit. Tomino says, Warriors have no size, no inside defense. I don't see them getting stops or pushing pace. I'm very comfortable just sitting back with this under. Now, sure, I wish I got 227.5. Sure. Tri-Sawyer says, do you like the over-under in the Detroit-Atlanta game? It's just, who you have to decide when you're making a total who's going to dictate the pace. So, I am taking a road team, which is something we don't like. I'm taking the road team to dictate the pace. The Pistons, the Hawks know we're going to run the Pistons in the ground. Are the Pistons going to let them be run into the ground? No. So that's the question. Who do you think dictates the pace, and then make a bet around that? Ski Profit, like in the over, it opened at 222. It's now at 221.5. All these totals have gone down a point except for this Warrior spot. And I'm uncomfortable that I didn't get a better spot, but I thought people would take these under. Moses Saucedo says, damn, got to go down to Costa Rica, get lit with you. Yes, you do, Moses Saucedo. We're not far. We are not far. Thank you, Fatfist. Okay, so simply put, I want to spend more time in NBA. We're going to get a lot more time to focus on NBA. Right now, I'm on my first play of the year. I'm on the under 226. And it sucks that the market went away from me. I just don't see how the Warriors are going to be able to put up buckets for 48 minutes. And the Clippers know what to do. Get after their bigs. Get after the Warriors' bigs. They can easily do that. Charlie Lamb said, I took the season win total over 37.5 for Detroit a few weeks ago. Really impressed last night. Yeah, you should be. Nice job. Great job, Charlie Lamb. That was a great look. All right. That's what's up. One spot in NBA, Clippers, Warriors. Now let's move on to NHL. Sharks, Canadians. You guys know I want to fade the Canadians as much as possible. Maybe this is a nice spot to do it. You have an angry Sharks team. But I just don't trust either of these teams. The money line for the Sharks, you want to get rewarded when you have a team that's 1-3-1 on the road. You want to get rewarded when you back them. And plus 118, plus 120, it's just not enough for me. Sharks, Canadians, I'm off. Also, there's no way I'm going to take Aaron Dell in any situation. No way I take Aaron Dell in any situation. Nutflush on says, better be ready for Nutflush Jr.'s Warriors plays coming soon. We miss Nutflush Jr. Please send him our love, man. Anthony Master said, you on the Sharks tonight because I know you love to fade the Canadians and the record for the Sharks 0-8 last 8 matches. You know what I would do is I would make a bet on Carlson. I loved what he said about his team, and I feel like a Carlson prop would be a look that I would make. I expect Carlson to do something, but you're just not getting those props here from Bet365. Let's see. I could get shots, saves. to score, God, player assist. I mean, I don't want to put myself in a situation where Carlson has to get he's minus 120 to get over an assist. I want points. So, look, I'm not making a move on San Jose, Montreal. Jared Trader with me on the under. I like seeing that. Yeah, I agree. Anthony Marty says, yeah, it sucks. Book's only giving us so little with the Sharks, especially with Delnet. Yeah, we should be getting more. Then we move on to Coyotes Islanders. Kemper's playing great hockey. I understand that we see fives and find them very appealing, but we have to pick our spots when we're going to take the over 5. We can't just see them and hammer them right away. So I'm not doing that. I am taking nothing in this game. I want to fade the Islanders, and I want to fade them at home. But I think that the Islanders give us the most value in this game. And we did go over, we did take a look at the starting goalies to see exactly what was happening. And there was no real surprises here. So we have Kemper, Varlamov. Another thing is, if Greiss was in net, I'd pull the trigger. I like the way Greiss is looking. But with Varlamov in net, I'm not going to pull the trigger. There's no surprises in goal tonight. Everything that we expected. And I don't know if you guys know, but I do not expect Philip Forsberg to be in the lineup. If Forsberg was in the lineup, I'd quickly make a move. Reese says Canes win tonight. I really do get that move. But I'm not early in the year going to have a bunch of road favorites on my card. Simply, I'm not going to do that. What is 5 days rest going to do for this young Carolina Hurricanes team? And when's Aho going to step up? There's going to be lots of times I want to back the Hurricanes. And Reese, I completely understand your look. Torino says Arizona is a well-coached team playing hard. I think the game is a coin flip. I agree. Sabres Rangers, something's been telling me all day, I should say, to not back these Sabres. And maybe it's this fishy line, money coming in on the Rangers at home, remembering what the Rangers did last year, and not wanting to take the Sabres as a road favorite. All of those come into play here. All of them coming into play. Keith Sadler says Kane struggling after a strong start. I don't know if we need to say that. Yeah, they did not look good on their Western road trip. First one of the season after looking so great out east. We'll see if they start struggling, but I want them to see it. Major Tom. Thank you. Tailing your NHL hunters, Mr. Perfect. Thank you, Major Tom. I don't want to get that in my head because then I'll cut down my size. And I want my size to open up. And next week I expect it to. But thank you, my friend, Major Tom. Ulysses Hayes says New York Islanders are a well-coached team, also better coached. I mean, sure. I guess you could say Trotzy is a better coach than Tocchet, but they're both fine. Reese says, I'm not sure about the Sabres tonight either, Jimmy. And we wouldn't be surprised if Sabres win 4-1. Rob Elias says, tail, Deer Slayer, ski. Yes, our guy, Deer Slayer, ski. Hurricanes, Jackets, we just talked about. Then we have Kings, Blues. Kings, Blues, you're getting minus 172 on the Blues. There's been a 30-cent move towards the Kings. The Kings have hope early in the year. Quick is stepping up in a big way. The Kings might be a fun play-on team. But here, I need to be rewarded, and it's just not enough money for me. Again, not enough money for me. Anthony Mastinardi said, I wonder what Al Mack thinks of this MLS game now. Yeah, Al Mack's been doing a hell of a job there. And Carlos Luter's like in that first half under in Clippers Golden State. First half under. So then we get to Wild and Predators. And if I took a really close look at this spot, whether to back the Preds on the puck line, and I need Philip Forsberg. I see Alex Ramirez on the Predators. I love seeing that. But I need Philip Forsberg. I need Philip Forsberg only because the Wild are believing in themselves. Who knows? Could Stalock take this ball and run with it? I don't think so. But here he is with a .942 save percentage and knowing he's going to play every night with Dubnyk hurt. Just not enough value. Reese is on Nashville puck line. I get that. Then Flyers, Blackhawks under 6.5. Man, it made me feel good knowing I beat this market move. This at 6.5, which you can still get at Pinnacle, which is surprising. This at 6, or watching it go down 6.5, made me feel very good. We have two of the hottest goaltenders in the NHL right now, Brian Elliott and Robert Lehner. I just love it. Look at these Flyers. Flyers 0-2-1 on the road. The Flyers need to step up. And they're doing that defensively. They're not doing that offensively. I love this under 6.5. Love it. JM says, welcome back to me. No tan. Is this no tan? I mean, this is... I am red. Okay, there. I have some of it. I have seen the sunshine. Keith Sadler says, don't like Wild on the road. RMK liking Hawks, moneyline, and the under. RMK also on the Wild, Predators under. Take it easy says 5 days rest. Yes, 5 days rest for these games. So it's questionable. It's questionable how he's going to, how they're going to look and react. And again, it's early in the season. So there's no need to have too much action here, and I'm just not going to do that. My guy Yo in the house. St. Louis Elite in the house. Love seeing my guy St. Louis Elite here. Torino says Flyers defense has been much better at home. Their offense has been inconsistent, though. Look, remember we talked about getting that 6.5 with the Wild when they played the Leafs. In the game, they did score combined 6 goals in that game, so we didn't win it too easily. But again, I think we're going to sit back and think, man, we're getting 6.5 with the Flyers, or we're going to sit back and go, look, we're getting 6.5 with Robin Lehner in goal for the Blackhawks. Jason Kelly says 5 days of good coaching for the Canes to me. Oh, look, I like it. But it is a young team. So I want to see it. I just want to see it. So I'm on the under 6.5, Flyers, Blackhawks. Then we have Ducks, Stars. Another 5 staring us in the face. And it's not too expensive to go over it. Minus 130, minus 135 at Bet365. Gibson versus Bish. You know, the Stars are starting to play better hockey. And I like the Stars here. I do. I think the Stars can get confident. And this might be a spot where they do it. Let's see what I get on the Stars right now. All right. I think the Stars are the play. I do. I wish the Ducks weren't coming off a 6-1 pasting, but I don't think the Ducks are a good hockey team. They're going to see Corey Perry for the first time. Ducks are tied for last in the NHL, 1 for 25 on the power play. The Stars aren't much better. RMK, oh, there's Tuate Latte in the house. Capper Investments joining us. Thank you for joining us, Tuate. Miss you, man. RMK on Anaheim moneyline. Torino saying they've been focused. They lost 6-1. No, we're going to be talking NFL very, very soon, Josh. I want to back the Stars here. I do not trust the Ducks. I just wish they weren't coming off a pasting. A 6-1 pasting is what's keeping me back here. And have the Stars earned our trust? God, I do like him here. RMK's right, though. You have the best goalie in the league off an embarrassing loss going against a team that can't score at all. That gladly take plus 149. Look, if the Ducks weren't coming off a 6-1 loss, I would take these Dallas Stars, but I'm not going to. The Ducks were embarrassed. I think the Ducks are a fade team, but the Stars have shown us no reason to believe in them. Then we have Panthers, Flames. I'm on the over 6. I got the over 6 at minus 115. I completely understand people being nervous about this over with the way the Flames, or lack of Flame scoring that we've seen so far this year. I get it, and I was too, but with the injuries to Trocheck and to Ekblad, we can see if they're playing shortly. It wasn't announced last I checked. Why don't we just quickly see if they are listed in the line combinations here. With these guys out of the lineup, I think there's going to be goals. I think there's going to be power play goals. Let's see. We have no Trocheck expected, and Ekblad is in the lineup. Okay. No Trocheck, but Ekblad. Trocheck's their best penalty killer. Thank you, Sean Mundy. I enjoyed it. Very much. So I'm on the over 6. You can get the over 6 at minus 115. If you guys want it now, it's 6.5 at Pinnacle. And minus 115 is the best you can get at 5 times. 6.5 also at Heritage. That's a good sign. I liked getting the 6 here. I liked a lot getting the 6 here. And then we have the Capitals Oilers. And I understand fading these Oilers. But do you want to take Washington on the road? Sure, Rafa, yeah. Do you want to take it on the road? That's the question. Do you want to back road favorites early in the season? And I don't. But yeah, I think Washington will take care of business. Maybe minus 122 is a nice start or a nice spot. But here you have McDavid without a point for 3 games. When's he going to explode? At some point soon. So I'm just going to leave it at those 2 looks. 2 totals. Under 6.5 from Flyers Blackhawks, over 6 in the Panthers game. St. Louis Elite says Panthers first line is amazing. They are very strong. RMK liking Capitals puck line and the over. St. Louis Elite says Operation Fade the Oil. I love it. You know I want to do it. There's our guy Flipper 13, fresh off his colonoscopy today. What a day for Flipper 13, man. That guy really lives. Guy really lives. Moses Saucedo says Philly Chicago under 6 MF block. You know, I'd much prefer you got that at 6.5. You want that push, you want that cash at 6, not the push at 6. But I like that you believe in it. And Melvin Batensis, Jimmy, I'm like, can watch early show. Can you recap your plays, please? Yes, I'm only on 3. Taking it easy. I am on the under 226. Line move went against me in NBA. First bet of the year. And then I'm on 2 plays in NHL. 2 plays in NHL. I'm on the under 6.5 in the Blackhawks game. And as soon as I found out Lehner was starting, thanks to the chat, thanks to the great insights from the chat, when we found out Lehner was starting, I took it right away. I thought that it would get down to 6, and it is at 6 at every book except for Pinnacle. And then I jumped on the over 6 in Florida-Calgary. If Florida's going to put 4 goals up against the Penguins, they're going to be able to score against Calgary. There you go. There you go. Fat Fist says Crawford is horrible. I don't know about horrible, but Lehner is the guy for this team moving forward. All right, so I didn't make a move on the Hurricanes, although I'm interested in them. I didn't make a move on the Predators. I want Forsberg back. I'm just not going to push. Hank Mooney says, how you feel on Moneyline on our boys versus the Panthers? I like it. I like it less that Ekblad's in the lineup, but I like it without Trocheck. I also think that the Panthers are going to be excited to play in a sold-out Saddledome. And have the Flames given you any reason to really trust them and back them? That's the question. They haven't for me, personally. The Flames starting out 5-5-1, but they are 3-1-1 at home, and you're probably getting some value with them. You know? All right, that's what's up. MLB liking the under in the Blues-Kings game. And that's my action. Not very much of it. But let's bring in our first guest, live guest of the Late Show. Please welcome to the show, Flash.
Leche los bootmakers!
Hey, what's happening, buddy?
Hey, welcome back.
Thank you, my friend.
Welcome back.
Thank you, my friend.
Missed you Monday night.
Yes.
I had no opposition at all.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I heard you were eating on Monday night.
Yeah, I was eating on my own.
Yeah, and a
Patriots.
Good week overall, 5-2.
5-1 on the pick 6, and I went -10 on the 49ers. And that sort of swayed me towards tonight's game, to be honest, because the 49ers have been taken all before them, and the Redskins held them to 9 points. So I'm thinking the defense might be in quite good shape.
I'm very uncomfortable with your look, but it was enough to get me off the Vikings. I don't need to force place myself. I'm not having a very nice year. Let's put up Flash's record, 5-2. Great bounce back week.
Yeah, it really was. Double points on New England, -10, which was good. Eagles let me down, otherwise it would have been 6-0 in the 6th pick. So, it was good to come back. It was good to just see some teams sort of stamp their authority, you know.
Quickly with these skins, because I want to talk about the other games on this card and your other looks on this card. Other than Thielen being out, I mean, it was a game that the Niners didn't need. They just needed to get in and get out. I mean, what's giving you confidence with this 1-6 skins?
That last sentence you just said, in and out. That's what I think with the Vikings tonight. I think that they go 6-2. I think Vikings definitely win the game. But I don't think it's going to be a massive blowout. I think the Redskins may put on maybe 14 points. That means that I've got to see the Vikings put on +30. Don't see it. Do not see it. Don't get me wrong, it's not a 10-unit play. I mean, in fact, it's an absolute dog trap game for me, because everyone's going to expect the Vikings. Maybe Vikings and the over. I don't see it.
Man, Capper Investment says Flash looks like he has old man strength. I've been out drinking with Flash and I haven't seen that yet. Not that I've seen weakness, old man weakness.
No, there's no weakness.
No, but I haven't seen him kick ass yet, and I hope to at some point. I hope to. Reese says Vikings smash the Skins, and I mean, basically seeing you and a couple other cappers on the Skins just said, well, why bother taking a sit back with a 17-point favorite on Thursday night and stay off of it? But that'd be the move I'd make. I would
Yeah, a
take
lot
the
of
Vikes.
people would because it's so straightforward. But if it was all straightforward, then we'd all be living in Vegas.
I hear that, and you're back in the Skins. I fear the worst for you.
Well, I don't mind that. That gives me more confidence.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, let's talk about your looks on the NFL card. Let me pull them up right here and talk about them. So we start with this look here on... Sorry, that's last week. We start with your look on Washington plus 16.5. Let's get to this very interesting look you have on the Panthers-Niners. You're on the over 41.5, and a lot of the Niner fans that I'm rolling with think that this is a spot where the under is going to be in action because of the amount of running the ball in this game. Let me take a look at what's going on with this total here. Going to Sportsbook VSBR odds page with Flash as our guest. Here we go. Niners. This is a very exciting game for us Niner fans. Feeling very good about ourselves. And
So you should.
And there's been a half-point move at Pinnacle and Bet Online towards the Panthers. And this total opened up at 42. It's now at 42.5 or 43.
I dropped to 41.5 when I got it.
Yes, it did. And it's bounced back up.
Exactly. I think expect the unexpected. I think that both sides expect the run game. Both of them are happy to air the ball out. I just think that the 41.5, I don't need any real contribution from both sides. I'm happy with a little like 24-19 or 24-21. I expect it to be a tight game. I wouldn't be surprised if the Panthers win it on the money line.
Jesus. Wow. And there's bada boom. Panthers money line +5 and +5.5. St. Louis Lee says, don't sleep on my Panthers and the GOAT, Kyle Allen. Jesus, calling him the GOAT? Jesus. Okay.
I thought Brady had been like free traded then. I thought, my God, what's going on there?
DJ Big Boss says that you're my AA sponsor.
Oh, okay.
If you are, you're doing a shit job.
Well, you've been on holiday. You've been out of sight, out of mind, didn't you? So the thing is, I can't help it when you're away. But when you've been with me, you've been doing all right. You've only had like half a bottle.
Yeah, I've been cutting
Bottle's
back.
about this big, though.
I've been cutting back.
That's good.
So there's a couple teams here on your card that you back week in and week out.
Yeah.
One I questioned. And why don't we get into that? Because I find it an extremely interesting matchup. Eagles, Bills. Bills open up at -1. They're 2.5 now at Pinnacle and at Bookmaker and at Bet365. And you're going back to the well with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Well, I think the Eagles and the Dallas, the scoreline didn't show the game. There was a spell in the game where I felt the Eagles had a chance to get themselves back into the game. Bad play calling. I thought it was absolutely naive. So I've got to go NFC here against the AFC. I don't think the Buffaloes are going to put up enough points. I don't know if the Buffalo... I'd go with the Eagles money line. Let's put it that way. But +2, I'm going to just take the points. But I just feel as if the Eagles are too streetwise, too strong for the Buffalo.
Prince of the City loves it when you take the Eagles. He loves it, and his mockery of us has possibly got me off the Eagles last week. Just him laughing in my face week in and week out.
Does he join us on a Monday night when we're absolutely cleaning up?
He does. He's our guy, man. He's our guy. He just loves it. He says, "Send me your money, Flash." That's how confident he is with your Eagles losing.
Well, we'll just copy and paste that, and we'll see him next week.
Okay. Ulysses Hayes does like the Eagles. So you're not.
But remember, I am
alone on
emotionally attached to the Eagles now because obviously in the Super Bowl I've taken them at +1,200, and then I have a little look, and you can get them at 2,200 now. So I might go in for a bit more.
Well, you know, my local wants that action. So
Exactly.
Okay, let's move on to another team that you've been backing week in and week out, and that is the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, I haven't got them. I've only got them wrong once. Do you know that was against?
The Eagles. That might have been a vividness bias.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, I like to go with form. I like to go with matchups. Obviously, no Mahomes. You've got to be questioning where the Chiefs are going to put up their points. And the Packers, they look decent. They look the real deal. For me, I think that they're above the Saints in the NFC for me. long term. So I'm giving up 4.5. I think you can get 3.5 in spaces now.
You can.
So I might go in again. I think Green Bay win this game.
Do you expect Mahomes to be behind center in the Sunday nighter?
No.
So you don't expect him to play?
No. If he plays, that'd be like Lazarus. That will be the best. Why would they risk him? You're better off playing him when he's 100%, because they're saying before that the first game back, or he will be back, for the Patriots game. Now, if that's going to be like the number 1 seed, that's worth everything. And especially with the way the Texans and Baltimore are going. They're going to start getting put under pressure now, and they might find themselves in a wild card.
Moses Saucedo says Niners versus Packers NFC Championship game. I will, in the next hour and a half or 2 hours, before the game starts, I will be putting in my first future bet on the Saints.
You think Saints
over
the Packers?
I just need them covered in, yes. I think the Saints are a complete football team that's going to be very, 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 very dangerous. And a plus 250, plus 500, NFC Super Bowl. I would like to have a ticket.
Well, you've got a ticket anyway with the Eagles, haven't you?
I do, and I'm not sure if that ticket's going to be...
Well, it's not as good as your futures on Buffalo, but is that why you like the Buffalo against the Eagles? Because you...
No, I mean, I'm going to cash that. I have $400 on the over 6.5. That's about to cash. I just think the Bills are a very dangerous team right now at home, and this is going to be a good test. Now, I know that Whale Capper wants to take the Eagles as well. I'm not sure if he's pulled the trigger, but I know he wants to take the Eagles, and I don't need to have action on this game, and I don't want to be sitting here with an Eagles ticket and have Prince of the City laughing in my face.
Well, it don't matter. At least you're happy. At least you're making someone happy.
Yeah.
That's what our
he
job
loves
is.
it. He laughs his ass off at us.
Brilliant.
Points at us right now. He's pointing and laughing. He's like, look at these clowns.
No, we enjoy that.
And he's from Philly, and he told me in Miami how bad they were going to be.
But that's always reverse psychology, because he's happy to be proved wrong then, isn't he? He'll be like jumping around the streets and the parade and everything, wouldn't he, if they won it?
He's not really that kind of guy.
Oh, is he not?
No. He's he's not a guy jumping around the streets doing flips. But I think.
Is he like Freddie the Frog's mate?
No.
He hasn't got that sort of energy.
No. Prince of the City's my guy, man.
Okay.
I love him. All right, so Gordon Watson is on Eagles +2 at -113. Now, you've had a great read on the Patriots all year.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a bit about that prop you hit on Monday?
Yeah, just basically Patriots to win every quarter at +750, 780. I think it was 780. Yeah.
Hell of a bet.
Yeah, but I thought the Patriots over 26.5 team total was all right. I thought Edelman over 5.5 receptions was all right. And we did say to get under the 53 when the market moved too quickly.
Yes, and the early scores with the Patriots.
Overreaction. Use it against them, get under.
All right, well, we have a few more minutes till we're joined by DJ Big Boss. So let's talk about your look on this Browns-Patriots game coming up, an afternoon game on Sunday, and you are on the under 45.5, it opened at 46.
So what, you put Patriots at what, 28, 31, maybe even 27, get the job done. We've seen the Browns, inept, don't see them troubling the Patriots. The only way I'm going to get done here is if the Patriots muff a catch, fumble, or blow coverage, and they just don't seem to do that too often. So for me, I've got this game maybe a 28-10, 31-10, 45. I was happy at around 42. So for 45, I'm happy to go under.
Wow, Tormina says Patriots get Bennett back this weekend, and right below it, AM says Pats just traded Bennett to the Cowboys. And EJV tailed Flash on the Pats to win every quarter bet. Great job.
Now that's what we like.
EJV's my guy, man. So
we like him then.
Okay, sweet. Okay, so you're on the under 45.5 at -110. And now take us to your best bet in the Pick 6 contest.
Yeah, I am, and I'll save it for Monday night because we're absolutely flying. I think we've only had one failure on a Monday night, and even that was when we read the game completely right, but we didn't expect Jimmy Graham to be dropping catches in the end zone and other players.
I think Jimmy Graham is shit.
Yeah, but we know that we should have been cashing that night, and the Green Bay didn't cover. They won the game. But it should have been 14 points conservative. Better off. I've got the Dolphins and Steelers over 42.5. I think the Dolphins put up points. I think the Steelers win. I think the Steelers I think it's an in-play bet where you can maybe get the Steelers at minus a touchdown or something around that region. But I think over 42.5, I think 42.5 is very low. And the Dolphins have been starting to show improvements, even if they're not going and beating everyone. I still expect them to lose the game, but I think that over 42.5, I'll get backdoored there. I think I'll be all right in the fourth quarter.
Jay Peach seeing a... Oh, sorry, we're going back to the Pat spot. Sorry, seeing a 28-20 Pats win. All right, let's go into this.
20 points from the Browns against that Patriots D.
Yeah, it says this is a Browns Super Bowl. They'll put up 17 minimum.
Wow.
Yeah.
He wants to stay off that glue.
Okay, all right.
He's sniffing glue on in the afternoon. Is he in the right time zone?
Man, Jay Peach is a great capper, man. Jay Peach
He's not great.
Yeah, he is. He's great.
How can he be great if he's saying that they're going to put up 20 points? The Browns don't put up... So what's the Browns team total? That would be an interesting spot now, because I'm telling you now, I'm expecting them to say 17.
All right, let's go to it right now. Browns team total right here. Team props, 16.5. Juice to the under. Heavily juice to the under, minus 138. And Patriots, 30.5 points.
So that's what I'm saying. Even if like 28-16, 28-14, and I'm being generous to the Browns.
Kevin Garrett says Flash getting backdoored. What do you think he's referring to?
Don't know, but if she's lovely, then she's more than welcome. Jesus. Don't knock it till you try it.
Oh, God. Oh!
No.
All right.
No, you're not gone all conservative on me, have you?
Look, I just don't like my backdoor tampered with.
You would do if it was Gene Triplehorn.
You know, we're talking Triplehorn like 20 years ago.
No, man. 20 minutes ago.
Well, no, I don't want my backdoor tampered.
Every hole's a goal. You just have that mentality.
No, thank you.
Okay.
But respect.
Yeah, if she's female, I don't mind backdoor.
Okay. All right.
That's heavily juiced to the over.
It's heavily juiced to the over. Okay. Okay. Let's keep rolling and let's take a look at Flash's action. Pop it up on the screen for us one time, Rafa, before we bring up our guy, DJ Big Boss. There it is. Flash's NFL action. Redskins plus 16.5. Carolina Niners over 41.5. Packers minus 4.5. And, you know, if Mahomes is not in, I mean, it's going to be a juicy spot for you. Eagles plus 2. And, again, I can just imagine Princess City laughing. Browns, Pats under 45.5. And there's your best bet, Miami-Pittsburgh over 42.5.
Yeah. I get the feeling you don't like that card. I think you're looking, that's like 1 and 5.
No.
I think it's 5 and 1 minimum again.
You know, you're coming off a good week. And you're seeing things clearly.
But even when I had a bad week, I was seeing things clearly. It's just I was seeing the wrong things clearly.
You know, I have no hate against your spot. And in fact, because I was in Panama, where my back door was not touched.
Well, we've got no evidence of that, though, have we? We've only got your word for it.
Yeah, everyone's loving your every hole's a goal, though.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, we need T-shirts.
There we go. Maybe that's a little catchphrase.
Yeah. Let's bring in our guy, DJ Big Boss. Let's see where he's coming from. I'm very excited to see where he will be joining us from. Please welcome to the show, representing Long Beach, California, by way of Compton, California, DJ Big Boss.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm at McDonald's, Jimmy. Guess why I'm at McDonald's, Jimmy? You know why I'm at McDonald's?
God, do you have a guess why he's at McDonald's?
Because he's hungry?
Let's see, Big Boss. Why are you at McDonald's?
Because the goddamn McRib is back. Okay, the McRib is back again. Now let me tell you a little something about the McRib, Jimmy. The McRib is made of some nice, sweet little piggies, all grinded up in the fresh meat with 70 ingredients tossed into it, freeze-dried in 45 minutes, stored in the local commercial freezer for 3 months, and brought to you on a nice hoagie bun with the nice little grill marks and the southern barbecue sauce, pickles, and onions, and it's back for good this time, Jim. So they got me in here rolling out the McRib sandwiches since Popeyes then went down with that chicken sandwich, Jimmy. That's why I'm here today. What's up with you?
Not much, man. Congratulations on the McRib rejoining your life. Viper MB says, I haven't eaten a McDonald's in 5 years. Viper, now's your chance. Now's your chance to get that McRib in you. And Not Applicable was believing, it did think that the McRib had something to do with you returning to McDonald's. Quickly, my NHL action, I'm getting asked in the chat. I'm going to write it here in the chat. DJ Big Boss, before we get into your Mountain West, where you do it best, do you have a play on either of these giant Thursday night football games, Washington, Minnesota, or SMU, Houston?
Actually, Jimmy, before I get into that pick, and yes, I do have a pick in that game, but let's talk about you and Flash right here, Jimmy. OG Splash over there is outshining you on the show, Jimmy. Look at his chair. His chair is just way better than yours, Jimmy.
Shiny leather, big boss. Shiny leather.
Man, I don't know if I can party with Flash though, man. He look like he don't like old women. He got his he looking for a young girl look.
Oh yeah. Also, so you're no competition. So you love going out with me.
There is truth.
I don't know, man. I always need a wingman. You know what I'm saying? I need somebody to pull the car up while I get the walker to the back and get her in the car. And you know what I'm saying? If you got the young girls, I don't know. But
no, listen. I can take the daughter off your hands.
SMU versus Houston right here. SMU tonight, man. It's going to be a debacle, man. You got SMU, number 7 offense. They've been putting up almost 40 points a game. They're averaging 521 yards per game, Jimmy. And they're going against the number 120th defense, Jimmy. They're giving up only 30 points a game at the 120th. That's not bad. But they're giving up 470 yards a game. And 299 of that is in the air, giving up a 64% completion raters. And one of the strange things that let you know the defense is trash is when your top tacklers comes out the secondary. Top tackler is the safety in this one. He has 63 tackles from the safety position. That means that the guys in the front are not doing the job. So on top of that, defense only has 12 sacks for the year. They're suffering over there. This SMU team is gonna get in here and shmoo right over it. And I got it at the early 13th, Jimmy.
First off, I almost made a move on SMU at 13.5 this morning. And then Gas Station Sushi said max bet Houston plus 14. And we've seen Pinnacle and Bet Online go down to 12. Why is money coming in on the Cougars?
I have no idea, Jimmy. This team got issues all over the place. They already had King, who stepped back. They got more acquisitions of players talking about the coaches told them to do it. All kinds of drama going on over there. We too late in the season to be holding on to the crumbs at the bottom of the chip bag. We need all the fresh chips out the top in this one. And Houston, they don't really got nothing to offer. This SMU team is on a mission. They're 7-0. No way I get in front of the 7-0 team. And I only take underdogs when I believe they have a good chance of winning. And I don't think Houston can win this one outright. So I'm definitely laying the points with SMU.
Laying the points with SMU. We also have a lot of talk about it. Windy in Houston, raining in Houston. Maybe this over that everybody was jumping on may not be so glorious. Opened at 63.5, now at 65.5. Let's move on to Saturday's card. Are you making any moves on tomorrow's NCAA football card?
No, not at all, Jimmy. No Pac-12 late games. I'll say it again, no Pac-12 late games. They're the jankiest thing I ever seen, so I passed on Friday. Maybe spend some time with the wife.
I get it. First off, you've had a great read on San Jose State coming up against Army. This total shot up to 54. Are you making a move on San Jose State Army?
Absolutely not, Jimmy. I'm tossing that one to the side. For one, I've had a bad beats on military teams. I just don't have a read for the option, I guess. But the San Jose team does terrible on the road. I have no faith in them. But don't forget that they are a senior group and they have a senior quarterback. They've showed in all their games that they can react and recover. from getting ran up on a little bit and stuff like that. So that one's a total pass for me. I know it comes on early. That's another different thing. This is the longest travel for them to go play at Army, and it's an early game, and just not a good combination. I don't trust nothing in the game.
Like that. I like the SMU and under. Give up the 12, under 65. I've jumped on both the moves.
I get it. Is there some games you want to ask him about?
Yeah, definitely Notre Dame versus Michigan. Michigan. Every time I've looked at their games, I've picked up. I mean, what Ohio State did to them. I like Notre Dame, Big Boss. I love Notre Dame.
Oh man, we partying now. And that's Jimmy. I can party. We partying now because that's my kind of talk. This is what Notre Dame fans wait for. I wait for that line. I'm waiting for us on the minus spot. On a plus spot. I'm waiting for us to be counted out a little bit. And I don't know for what reason we could be counted out against this Michigan team who's been winning a little bit, but they've been struggling. And they just come off of this loss to this big Penn State team, and they play in Notre Dame, and they have us at. I think this line should be at least 3.5. Notre Dame minus 3.5. If it was at Notre Dame, I would say 7. But because it's in Michigan, I would give them 3.5. This is the old rival that's going down long time ago. I think it's the last year that we're going to play it before they renewed the contract on it. They brought it back. It was gone for a while. Kelly's been doing great against Michigan. Harbaugh's been struggling. You got 2 top coaches, 2 top defenses, and 2 bad offenses in this game. Now, I do love Notre Dame, and of course, as a fan, this is why I wait for an even spot in the betting market to take my team, because I've been lost taking worse teams before, so it's no big deal. But as a capper, I like the under in this game because of the 2 defenses and the struggling offenses. I really don't see how the points can really get up there. So I'm leaning hard to the under on this one. On top of that, if you watch Kelly in big games, Kelly for one, when he's at home, he's going to play you to your tempo. But when he's on the road, he's going to slow it down. If he gets a 3 and out, he goes 3 and out. It doesn't matter to him. He puts his defense on the field. He trusts in his defense. So he's going to bring them out over here to Michigan, and they're going to handle business, and we're going to keep it nice and low. I like the 24-10 type feel of this game.
Yeah, I'll give up the point, and I'll go under. Very happy with that one. What about Colorado and Fresno?
Boom, shaka, laka, laka, laka.
I'm going to get a McRib here, aren't I? I might have one of Angus bacon and cheese and all.
Some press footage of the coaches today in that one right there. And my boy Mike Bobo over at Colorado State, man, after his health went down and the struggles he's been through, man, he's really, even though his team is only 2-5 right now, he's keeping the parts together to be a functioning team right here. Pat O'Brien has stepped up at the quarterback. He hasn't done bad. 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. But the problem over at Colorado State is absolutely defense. That's where they lack the most. And they're going against a Fresno State team who suffers on offense as well. Took another look back at the UNLV game last week. UNLV had like 3 major turnovers to put Fresno State back in the game. This Colorado State team is going to go into Fresno knowing that they're going to have to outscore these guys in order to win the game because they don't have the defense to hold. Just Tepper himself as a coach offensively, Bobo hasn't been able to match that guy. And then this one right here, Bobo's going to go after the scores right away and try to outscore these guys. That's what he's been doing against all the tough competitions. When he plays a lighter opponent, he likes to try to lean on his defense a little bit. But this one, they run the ball and throw the ball well. They have the number 21 ranked offense. So if you're on the road and you play in a team, what do you bring out? You bring out your best guns. So he's going to bring out the offense, and I love the over 56 in this one, even though the line's been moving against me.
There's a couple looks. We've got to move on soon to our America, but there's a couple looks I want you to touch on, and both involving New Mexico teams. One, you are liking Georgia Southern this week, and I want to hear more about that. I also want to hear your thoughts on that total in Hawaii.
Okay, Georgia Southern right there. That's just a look. After I seen Illinois beat Wisconsin, I looked into that game a little bit, found out, it's homecoming for Illinois in that one. So homecomings still matter, even though some teams don't have them. And this Georgia Southern New Mexico State team lands on Georgia Southern's homecoming date. Now, when the athletic director plans out, homecomings mean, like Drew Martin said, homecomings mean different things to different teams. So if the athletic director purposely puts a weak team on homecoming, that means they want to blow that team out. They want to gain from the homecoming game. So the line is high because of that, and I think that they're gonna do what they need to do to this New Mexico State team, who is just bottom barrel in college football. So I'm definitely taking Georgia Southern minus the points.
Backing Georgia Southern. And tell me about this very high total in New Mexico, Hawaii.
Now, New Mexico and Hawaii. Hawaii can't stop nobody. New Mexico can't stop nobody. Macdonald swings for the fences in all the games that he goes for. This has got all the makings of an over game. That's why the number is up. Sometimes you got to listen to the line setters. They're telling you what's going down. So the line is up in this one, and I like the total to go over. It's all offense on both sides of the ball. What they do best is offense, and there's going to be no defense. We have Hawaii's defense is 97, and New Mexico defense is 127. There's no defense there. New Mexico's giving up 495 yards, and Hawaii's giving up 428 yards. We got almost 900 yards right there that's going to be going down, mostly in the air because Hawaii throws a lot. But this New Mexico team, they run the ball a good bit, and they do well on the ground, 212 yards per game on the ground. And sometimes busted holes in the running game, especially when the defense is no good, that can send it up. So New Mexico's going to bust them open and run them down. Hawaii's going to come back and match that with another touchdown. Might be about 90 points in this game.
Wow, very interesting. And you got a nice line there. Open at 69.5. You got it at 70. Bookmaker already hanging 72s. Bookmaker already hanging 72s. That might be worth something to jump on very, very soon. DJ Big Boss here celebrating McRib's reappearance in his life. Big Boss, thank you so much for joining us. Tell us a little bit about your big NCAA football contest, and I'll throw the link on the chat.
Hey, last week of the NCAA, oh no, we got 2 more weeks. I'm sorry, we got 2 more weeks. No, I take that back. This Saturday will be November 1st, so this is the last week right here on the Big Boss NCAA football contest. So if you haven't gotten it yet, now is the time to get in, see what it's about, explore around, try a few picks, and if you're good, you can go 30-0 over the weekend and win the whole thing. Put some cash in your pocket. But if you're planning on getting in next month, get in now and also get in next month. And if you haven't got in yet, next month is coming up soon. Get in then. We're going right back at it. We've been competing in there. Paco's been in the top. I've been in the top. Come on in there. It's a good thing. And definitely get into the 50K Pick 6 contest. I mean, you could transfer the picks from one contest to the next contest and, have a good time with us.
Big Boss, any chance of McRib vouchers? Some free McRibs?
I don't know about free with that one, Flat. Maybe for you, but, the McRib, the meat patty is mechanically separated. So, the oils and stuff that I have to use to mechanically separate that, I can't take a loss on the value and give out any vouchers for these tender McRib sandwiches with the southern luscious sauce. And then, this is the kind of sandwich that baby mama eats because she's been through a lot of things. She's been taken away, brought back. She's been the side chick, the main dish. So this McRib coming back goes out to all my baby mamas in the world. Grab one today and follow DJ BIGBOSS on Twitter.
He was salivating. He was like, yeah.
There he is. DJ Big Boss joining us. Thank you so much, my friend. Enjoy the evening. Good luck with your Mustangs tonight in the game against the Cougars. I'm sure you will cash. We go right from DJ Big Boss right over to our UFC expert, Anna Merrick, our UFC expert, who's also first place in the SBR NHL contest right now. I'm 11th, so I'm looking up at Anna Merrick, coming to us live from Phoenix, Arizona. How you doing today, my friend?
Jimmy, Flash, we got to make this thing quick. I got to go get a damn McRib, man. Big Boss making me hungry over here.
Not just the one.
I get it. I get it. Oh, look, Russell Gordy now. It's great to see you, Russell. You've been missed, my friend. Anna Merrick, set the stage for us. Where are we for this week's UFC fights?
Jimmy, we are headed all the way to freaking Singapore this weekend. The UFC is going to be on at 3:30 in the morning. So yours truly is going to be pulling another damn all-nighter, and the only fun fact that I can think of for Singapore is you're actually not allowed to chew gum there.
Yes, I've heard that. I've heard you are not allowed to chew gum there. Big UFC Singapore, and you also have a look on Bellator, so we'll close with that. Let's start right now at your first look on this UFC card. We're going to start with Alexander Albu versus Loma Lookboonmee. Loma Lookboonmee opening at -110, a 6-cent move towards Loma Lookboonmee at -116. What's your look in this first fight?
I am backing Loma. She is the fighter in this situation, and I can't believe that this is a pick'em type of fight. So Alexandra, she's an old school karate black belt, but she's actually a CrossFit fitness instructor. So she's physically strong and powerful, but she's real stiff, herky-jerky. She's not really a mixed martial artist. She's an Instagram model with abs. So even though Loma Lookboonmee is going to be the smaller girl here, she's got over 100 Muay Thai fights. She's been fighting Muay Thai since she was like 6 freaking years old. Now she's training out at Tiger Muay Thai, one of my absolute favorite MMA gyms, working on her ground game, getting well-rounded. She's going to be the better fighter here, and especially since she's the hometown girl, I expect her to win at close to a pick'em price.
Close to a pick'em price. What's the next spot on the card?
Okay, well, what about going for 11-0, Evloev and Enrico Barzola? Barzola plus 160 earlier in the week. Evloev 11-0, but does it stack up?
You know, Flash, I got to tell you, last week I tried to fade 2 undefeated fighters and I went 1-1. I need that winning record. I'm going to fade Evloev here in this spot. Enrique Barzola has an 80% takedown defense rating. He trains at American Top Team with the lightweight champion Khabib Nurmagomedov. So if anyone is going to get him ready for a fighter who's going to come out and chain wrestle and constantly attempt to take him down, he is in the right place. He's a point fighter with fast and heavy hands, and if you check out his Instagram, he's in the best shape of his life. He's exactly the kind of fighter who can sneak away a split decision win over Evloev, and getting plus 155, plus 160, I think there's a ton of value there. I would line this fight a lot closer, and I think Evloev's getting betting love because of that 11-0 record.
Next fight on your card, Laureano Staropoli versus Muslim Salikov. Salikov opening up at -135, now -178. Wow, so a 43-cent move towards Salikov. Does that make sense? What's your move here?
Jimmy, you know I'm not scared of line moves. I'm on the other side of this thing. We are rolling with the dog. Staropoli is my boy. When he first stepped on the UFC scene, I actually faded him. I had no idea how good this kid was. And in 2 fights, he has completely flipped my opinion. So this is a very interesting matchup because both of these guys are true mixed martial artists. They like to throw spinning shit. They will catch you out of nowhere with a big shot that you just could not have seen coming. Staropoli, on the other hand, is insanely aggressive. Now, his opponent likes to slow the pace down, and he's got big-time knockout power. He looks for that one big shot. Usually he gets it. He's only got 2 losses on his record, but he's only had 2 UFC fights. Staropoli is a younger version of him who's going to be faster, more athletic, and I don't think he's going to walk into the old man's traps. I think he's going to be able to be more effective from the outside and basically just outwork this dude to a decision. And either one of these guys could land a knockout shot, so I'm not counting out the fact that he could get the finish. I will take the dog.
Okay, what about main event? Ben Askren, Damian Maia, Grappler City, 5 rounds, go to distance.
You know, on this one, I'm not playing the total just because there's a lot of different factors. It probably goes the distance, but they've got it set at 4.5, and that makes me a little bit uncomfortable. Once again, I'm going to bet the dog. I'm going to take Damian Maia here one last time. The man is 41 years old, and I try not to bet fighters that are over 40 because they are going to get caught by Father Time any day now. They will dip off a cliff. Ben Askren, however, has not been proven to be UFC caliber. Both of his fighters in the UFC have been very, very questionable. He set the record for the fastest knockout in UFC history at 5 seconds. However, he was on the receiving end of that knockout. He's not the one that set the record. It's like when you look in the dictionary for the definition of the word dunk, it's the guy getting dunked on. You don't want to be that guy. So he's going to come out here, and his one sole path to victory is being able to grapple against a high-caliber Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt for 25 minutes without screwing up. He's going to be the first person to ever fight Damian Maia and think, I'm going to put that guy on his back. Damian Maia is very comfortable on his back. Damian Maia has sweeps. He's actually a decorated wrestler himself these days. He has turned his style into something that can accommodate wrestling and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. When this fight is standing, Damian Maia is actually going to be the better striker. I think all the value is on Maia here. And as much as I love Ben Funky Askren, I'm going to fade him one more time here.
Fading Askren. A couple more fights on your card. Ashley Yoder, Randa Marcos. Marcos opening up -165. It's pretty much still there. You have a look here?
Yeah, I do. I decided to jump on Randa Marcos late. I was waiting to see how she turned out mentally. So she is fighting another grappler. However, Randa is going to be the wrestler in this situation. It's almost the exact opposite of the main event that I just broke down. I think that Randa Marcos is going to be the better grappler. She's going to stay on top using her wrestling. Her opponent's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu game is not dangerous enough to catch her off the back. Randa Marcos is going to be the more physically strong of the two fighters. I think she's the rightful favorite. Now that the line has dipped a little bit, I think it's playable. I got her at -160.
Okay, what about Alex White, Rafael Fiziev? There seems to be value in this one as well, my lad.
Yes, sir, there is. We're straight up going to bet on violence. Fiziev is the striking coach for Tiger Muay Thai. Like I said, one of my absolute favorite MMA gyms. This guy is the coach for every single one of those brutal, brilliant strikers that comes out of that camp. Dude's got skills. He's athletic. He throws bombs. His opponent, Alex White, also is a heavy power puncher, and I'm not sure which guy belongs in the UFC and which guy doesn't. All I know is they both hit hard. We're going to bet the under 2.5 at -120 and just hope somebody hits the canvas.
Remember, that's a free round event. Only the main event's 5.
Under 2.5 at -120. Noli knows jumping on that Kings Blues under 5.5 at +105. Good work getting the plus number. You know, I can understand if you're going to get a +105, taking the 5.5 instead of the 6. I'll be watching that closely, Noli. Get after it. Good luck, my friend. And then finally, we have a Bellator look for you. Where are we for a Bellator match tonight? Or this weekend, excuse me.
You know what? There's actually 2 Bellator fights this weekend, Jimmy. There is one on Friday night. They're pulling a doubleheader. It goes Bellator Friday night, UFC Saturday morning, Bellator Saturday night. So it is a full mixed martial arts weekend for us here. My look is on the main event for Bellator's Saturday card, Bellator 232. It's the finals of the welterweight tournament. They've been running a welterweight tournament for a couple of months now, and their current welterweight champion, Rory Macdonald, who is a former UFC contender, is taking on Douglas Lima. This is a rematch, and they have currently got Douglas Lima marked as the favorite. Rory won the first fight. There was a lot of questionable stuff that came out about Rory's mentality because he found God, and he really had a hard time adjusting to being a professional fighter that made his living off of hurting people and then becoming a Christian and trying to have a faith-based life. He was really struggling with that, and for 2 fights, you could absolutely tell. I was waiting for the interviews on this one, and when he sat down, he seems to have found that balance, and he is okay with the fact that God has blessed him with the ability to attack and crush other people. Now that he has found that peace, I think he's going to come out and we're going to see more of the Red King like he used to be. Since he's the underdog in this spot, we're getting plus 135 on him. I think there's tons of value there. He won the fight the first time. He's extremely well-rounded. He knows how to handle Douglas Lima. He has done it once before, and I think he can do it again. So I love him here as an underdog.
Backing the BC boy, the Canadian boy. I like hearing that. Before we put a bow on this segment, your Vikings, giant favorites tonight. Are you making a move on this game?
No.
Jimmy, I'm going to take a shot at 2 props, my man. Unfortunately, I got to pour one out from my boy. Adam Thielen will not be with us on the field this evening. But because of that, you can get Stephon Diggs to score a touchdown at minus 120 at any point in time during this game. And I love that because Adam Thielen is the go-to weapon for the Vikings. And anytime he's at all questionable or covered, they drill Diggs for a touchdown. The other thing I'm going to take a shot on is I'm actually going to put a small sprinkle on my boy Kirk Cousins to score a touchdown anytime throughout this game at plus 700. He's facing his old team, and he's going to want to rub that in just a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they pull a quarterback sneak, and getting that 7-1 is juicy for me. So those are my 2 looks. I'm not touching the spread. I expect the Vikings to win, but I'm honestly a little concerned on the short week that they're going to look to stay healthy, win the game, and get out of Dodge. I don't know if they'll run the score up.
Yep, dog fight for me. I fancy you take the Skins points, and then when it doesn't go, you win, and you win again. So for me, take the Skins points. It's a dog fight, and if they know they're going to go to Diggs, so I fancy they'll try and block off that channel.
Yeah, it's man. Well, you got me off the Vikings, which is a
plus.
Yeah, I guess. Much love to you, Anna Merrick. Good luck with your Vikings tonight. On behalf of Flash, I hope they win, but don't cover. Thank you for sharing your hard work with this big UFC night. Also adding in the Bellator look for tomorrow evening. Stay up late and cash big, my friend. Could you tell us a little bit about your big MMA UFC contest right now on Sportsbook Review?
Absolutely, Jimmy. Thank you. The Lords of the Cage. We are in week 4. This is the final week of the contest. And it's getting interesting. I am currently in second place, and I am tied with 2 other cappers. There is only one man who is beating me by a single pick. Behind me, there are 4 more cappers who are down by 1 UFC pick, and I think we've got a 10-fight card this weekend. It all comes down to Saturday morning. There is still time for you to jump in this contest. Sign up on the SBR forum. There's no lines. There's no odds. All you got to do is pick winners based on the list that we send out. There is winning cash and prizes every single fight. And if this thing goes well, we'll do more. Hopefully I can pull this off. I'd love to win my own contest one time, but there's a cash prize for whoever beats me if not. So I'm excited.
Oh, nice job. So look at Anna Merrick, second in the UFC contest, first in the NHL contest.
He wants to get out a bit more, doesn't he? He's just full up with competitions, and now he's got to go and get a McRib.
Yeah, now he's going to go eat a McRib.
I
Anna Merrick, thank you so much
for in the NHL contest or the NFL contest.
Yeah, you're still fine there. We're all kind of right around 500. Need to make a move right now. The few of us, but I mean, Al Mack rolling, Ian Cameron rolling, Boss and the Sauce looking good. Natalie.
Just listen. It's like Yoda. That's all it is. It's like Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's like, doosh. And it comes in.
Anna Merrick, thank you so much for joining us, my friend. Enjoy Friday night, Saturday morning.
Thank you guys for having me once again. You can find me at Diehard MMA Pod on Twitter. Good luck to everybody with all of your betting action. I'm going to go uncork some Fireball and watch the Vikings play tonight, and then I'm going to wake up and pour some more in my coffee cup to watch those fights at about 5 a.m.
I love it. There he is, Anna Merrick in the house. And we go from Anna Merrick to a play of the day video from our very own Mr. Fat Fist. Rafa, can you hit us with this one time, my friend?
Flash, Jimmy, welcome back. Low baggers, fight fans. Fat Fist is back from taking it the old brown eye last week. Yep, we lost that over 1.5 and fight to start the second round in that Jillian Robertson-Macy Barber match. Macy Barber took a tour hard. Hey, but on to this week, we got UFC Fight Night, Maya versus Askren. This fight, remember, starts at 2:30 a.m. Eastern Time, so make sure you get some sleep. and some coffee for 2 o'clock to wake yourself up. It's going to be a long, long night. But on to the fights. We got, first up, Alexander Albu versus Lima Lukbume. Listen, Albu, she just does not impress me whatsoever, and I'm sure she doesn't impress anybody in this chat right now. She lost her last fight to Emily Whitmire in round 1 by choke, and her fight before that, she beat Caitlin Curran, who was 1-6 in the UFC, who got cut shortly afterwards. So I don't like this Albu chick whatsoever. I mean, I like how she looks on Instagram. I mean, she's a very, very pretty girl. Might be an understatement there, but other than that, that's all I like. Lima Lukbume, she's a stud coming out of Tiger Muay Thai. Listen, this girl, she's going to be a former force to be reckoned with in the strawweight division. I promise you that. She's got great stand-up, great ground game. In her last fight, she almost submitted the girl by rear naked choke, so I know she's got skills on the ground as well. And you can get her right now, minus 112 at Pinnacle. I jump all over her quick. I do believe those odds will start to rise. The weigh-ins are tomorrow, so I would think after the weigh-ins she's gonna start taking some money on. But after that, I like Yoder versus Marcos, and I don't like Yoder. But to start off real quick, Marcos, the people or girls that she has lost to, they're the upper echelon in that division. Let's face it. We got girls like Claudia, Nina Ansaroff, Carolina, Alexa Grasso, Rose Namajunas, you name it. Yoder, on the other hand, yeah, she's won her last 2 fights, but to who? Shuri Kondo, Amanda Cooper, who's no longer with the UFC. Kondo is 1-4 in the UFC. You get my point? They're jobbers, complete jobbers. But right now, Randa Marcus is sitting at minus 160, best at Bovada, and as high as minus 200 at Bet Online. So she has been bet up. I'm hoping it comes back down to earth. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on that minus 160. I do have a Bovada account myself. That being said, my pick here is Randa Marcos to win this fight. And again, you can get her at minus 160 at Bovada. Now, on to Bellator. We got a rematch between Rory Macdonald and Douglas Lima. First time around, I was all over Rory. Won the fight. Could have won either way. Happy to cash it. This time around, I'm all over Lima. Lima, in his last 7 fights, his only blemish is to Rory Macdonald and has looked great after that. Now, on the other hand, Rory Macdonald, his last fight against Neiman Gracie, looked like crap. Got the decision. Looked like crap. Fight before that, got pounded out by Gegard Mousasi when he tried to take that 185-pound belt. So, that being said, he's taken some damage in the fight before last. Neiman Gracie didn't pose any type of threat to him on the feet. Douglas Lima does. I believe those leg kicks are going to pay dividends. He's going to chop the tree down type thing. So I'm over Lima. You get that at minus 149, and you can get him over at William Hill. So that's it, guys. Let's cash these bets this week. Let's make some money. And that's it. If you want to reach out to me, Mr. Fatfist on Twitter, Mr. Fatfist on Instagram. No period there, just MRFATFIST. Love to chop it up with anybody. Till next time,
okay,
guys.
Randa, Marcos, UFC Singapore, and Lima in Bellator. Thank you, Mr. Fatfish. As he says, you can follow Mr. Fatfish at Mr. Fatfish. Now, everybody's friend, apart from mine, because he works for me, he's my slave, Freddie the Frog can now enter the arena with my blessing. Entree, Freddie the Frog. Hey, Freddie. How are you, sir?
Hi, Jimmy.
Hi.
We've got a new thing going on now, me and Freddie. I like him a lot now.
Really?
I really do.
I missed you so much,
Don't worry about it.
Jamie.
Thank you.
He's been away though, hasn't he? Did he bring you a present?
How was your time off?
It was glorious, Freddie.
Really?
Glorious, yes.
Would you like to come and sit down here, Freddie?
It smells
No,
like shit in here, man.
I'm allergic to that stuff.
I fucking hate
I'm
that
allergic to it.
Oh, my chair
Wherever there's
doesn't
blame,
fit.
there's a claim. Get myself a lawyer ready. Oh!
What a son of a bitch.
I know.
Who?
Okay.
Are we allowed to do advertising?
It smells great now.
Okay.
Thank you, Glade.
All right. What's your action, man? What sport are you gonna lose?
Tell me,
in?
how was your vacation?
It was wonderful.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Did you bring this back with you?
I wanted to visit you in the morning, but you were all pissed off. I don't know why. So I didn't come.
Thank you.
Remember my Spanish futsal play?
Yes, I do remember your Spanish futsal play.
It lost.
Okay. Sadly.
What lost?
My Spanish futsal play.
I'm not entirely sure. Do you know of many people who were tailing it?
No one tells my place anymore.
Okay. Yeah. Because of the constant losing, probably.
No, I don't lose that much.
Okay.
I think I'm like 50-50 now.
I find that difficult to believe.
And followers? The followers still going up?
Yeah, are they still going up?
Oh,
I missed you, man.
He did, didn't he? See his eyes then?
I'm sorry.
He had eyes like diamonds.
I'm sorry. I ate some cookies, and I feel weird. So,
All right, this is riveting. What sport are you hammering today?
well, netball.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
here we
it's-
go. I want my
What country?
Men or women's?
This is men.
Okay.
Men's
Any
netball.
hole is a goal. What the fuck, Rafa?
Any hole is a goal. Yeah, just stay focused.
It's the Constellation Cup. So it's Australia minus 2.5 at minus 120 over New Zealand.
Oh, Anzacs.
Look at Flash. He's writing it like he's going to tail it or something.
I am going to tell you that. I've got confidence in you, Freddie.
Are you gonna put money
Minus
in my play?
2.5. Yeah, I am. Yeah, minus 2.5 at minus what? 120.
120. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the
Look at
Anzac.
that. Really sweet seeing you guys bond like
Yeah,
this.
I'm not bonding with that guy. He's
No,
stealing my
no.
place.
This is how he gets his wages. If he loses, he gets nothing.
All right. Well, the pressure's on, Freddie. The pressure's on. I would ask you for more, but there's nothing else you can give us. Thank
You've
you.
changed a lot.
Have I?
Yes. You used to be cool way before you went on vacation.
Yeah, my fault.
What happened?
I don't know. I got emptied.
Emptied?
Yeah.
He's been cheating on you, Freddie.
Yeah. Sorry, pal.
In which ways have you been emptied?
I got
Like
what's
your soul?
No, soul strong. Soul strong. But Burrito says Freddie has that wanna bang look at Jury right now. That makes me very uncomfortable.
Especially when you're in the middle of us.
Jesus Christ, man. Jesus. All right. I need to make a couple moves here. Actually, I don't have any additions to the show. I'm on the under in the Warriors-Clippers game. I didn't add the
I don't
Predators.
feel well.
Okay.
I'm going.
All right. And
I won't ever come back again.
But you look worse than you feel.
You smell. You smell.
You smell.
All right.
So nice.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
I see that Freddie's he's melting a little bit, isn't he? That hard exterior. Maybe his cat died or something.
Yeah, he's a strange dude, man.
Yeah, he is.
Strange dude.
Yeah,
Strange dude. Okay, I'm not adding any plays. But I am going to go make a move before kickoff on the Saints futures. And I did make 4 plays in the pick 6 that I haven't bet yet that I will bet. So that'll all probably happen in the next hour and 20 minutes. I am taking the Buccaneers. Buccaneers plus 2.5, Bulls and Arians off the bye against the Titans. And I'm also on the over because I think that Jameis can put up some points, force the Titans out of their run game. I'm on the under in the 41 in the Chargers Bears. So is DJ Big Boss. We're both on that play, which makes me feel good. In my 2-unit plays, I'm on the Colts to smash. Colts to smash the Broncos. So I got -6. I could probably still get 5.5. I'll check if I can still get 5.5. But that's my action. Your leches have been improving fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you want to give us leche? I guess?
Leche los pulpacas!